1, Fulham 0. Thought that could have been 0-0, but our record signing pops up with a winner. He's back.
Well, I mean, what a second half that was. In the space of 10 minutes, it went from Mikovic scoring a pen to win the game for Fulham, and it gets disallowed because of his illegal touch, and then Newcastle go and score a last-minute winner. I mean, performance-wise, I thought Newcastle deserved to win the game, but it was just the manner in which we won the game. It was just, wow, I wasn't expecting that one today.
Absolutely. Well, Joe Linton started the day, were you a bit surprised? But he was brilliant again the day, once again.
Well, I did think it was quite a ballsy move from Eddie Howe to start Joe Linton. I think the media, well, I haven't seen it after the game, but I imagine the media will use that against him. So I thought it was the correct call. I think his instinct should be dealt with off the pitch. I mean, the instinct was off the pitch, so I think it's justified to not having it affect the team or the fans and make sure you play. Because I thought Joe Linton probably was the man of the match today. I thought he's brilliant, really dominant in the midfield, and especially with Bruno's injury as well. He needed our main players to continue pressing on. I thought Joe Linton was excellent.
Yeah, he certainly was. I mean, Bruno, yes, as you mentioned, going off. We'll hope it's not a serious one. I think he's picked up, he's definitely done something, or it could be precautionary. Do you think?
Well, I thought he'd done something with his ankle, because I mean, you've seen it first time. He was hobbling throughout the game. I mean, you got to stuff him off. I know if Bruno would have told the physio he could play or he can continue playing, but I mean, it was obvious like that when the player is clearly injured, he can't run. You've got to take him off because it's agitated his injury now. It looks like there's probably a decent chance that he's going to miss the Southampton games, which is like the worst thing you want to happen. So it's quite important for the club now. I think it's going to almost force the club into going for a midfielder now, especially with our limited options there. So it's bad time, but thankfully because it's a transfer window, you've got times and options to go out there and make sure we can deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good work for the goal between Wilson. It was his assist for Isak to pop up with a header. It just shows that partnership could well happen at some point.
Yeah, potentially. I thought it was a really well worked goal because Longstaff are putting a good ball at first, really got into the danger zone. Wilson's held it up well, he's chested it down and he's dinked it up of Isaac to put in for the opening goal. I mean, I thought Isaac looked really lively off the bench. I thought Wilson, you look at his performance today, and before that last minute of the game, it was quite frustrating for me. He had a couple of really big chances, should have scored our times in the game. You're thinking, I don't know if Isaac's on, would he have done any better? So it's one of them ones where I thought when Bunkston, Maximum, and Isaac on, those two look lively. Those two were getting at Fulham constantly. We needed to break them open. I think they're quite similar to Leeds, where a team are just going to sit back, look for a 0-0 and counter-attack all game long. So it was important for Newcastle to break them open. And I do have some concerns because we had so many chances we didn't score them, but we won the game. That's the most important part. 3 points on the board. That's what you got to do.
Absolutely. Palace next week. Can we go down there and win?
Yeah, I mean, you looked at Palace today, they lost 1-0 to Chelsea. Obviously, I had a chance to watch how the game went. But there's no reason why we can't. We only lost once all season long. Palace at home, we should have won on paper. It was a 0-0 one. I remember when Joe Willock got pushed in, it should have been the 1-0 in Newcastle. So it'll be a tight game again. Obviously, Palace away is not the easiest match in the world, but I mean, you play how we normally do. We're outperforming teams. Just got to convert chances, I think. Especially first half, convert a chance straight away, and you should have control of the game. But that's just Newcastle's biggest problem, I think, at the moment. We're not converting enough.
That's it. Well then, thank you.
What?
Lawrence, Newcastle United 1, Fulham 0. That could have went to 0-0 at full time, but he's back. Our record signing pops up with the winner.
It was a frustrating game, but to get the winning goal, quite late on, it was a good ball in, and then Wilson got back in danger, and was Isak in the right place at the right time?
Absolutely, yes. Definitely. We had quite good opportunities in the first half, I thought, which we didn't take, unfortunately. Bruno had to come off. It did make the game for the second half. Hopefully it's not a serious one. Do you think he's done something now? Or do you think it's a precautionary? He's started to struggle throughout the rest of that first half for me when he went down in the first half.
Could probably argue he should have been off earlier, but we'll have to see what Eddie says about the injury. But I think now we'll get a midfielder in.
Yep, good thing this is when this transfer window. Hopefully it gives us the onus to say right, and Eddie Howe says right, time to get a new midfielder in, whoever it could be. We'll just got to wait and see, I suppose, definitely. Yep, right, the Fulham penalty. I mean, wow. Before that was in, until apparently Mitrovic took 2 touches, and then the penalty goal was disallowed.
You cannot do that, and rightfully so. I mean, it felt like a bit like that game moment against Burton, we had the penalty disallowed, but obviously it went our way. And I mean, this time they've got it right. But yeah, it was just really confusing.
Absolutely. Joe Linton, we came in the day. I think Eddie just knew he was so important because he was man of the match again for me. He's just everywhere out on that pitch at the moment.
It was excellent today. He's put that thing aside and done really well. I think obviously he's decided he'll deal with it off the pitch.
Well, that's it, yeah. Let the club and whatever it does, we'll find out more when he has his call on the 26th of this month. But it just shows if we needed him the day. I feel like if he's not playing the day, I don't think we win that, I've got to admit. But the goal by Isak, it's good play between him and Wilson. Wilson sets it up. Again, there may be an opportunity that partnership may just come.
Potentially. I think it's a case of who comes out the side.
It could be. Could it be Bruno if he's going to miss the next game or two?
Of course. Oh, yes.
Well, we'll just wait.
But maybe it's Joe Linton back in the midfield and Isak, Wilson, Almiron as the front three.
Absolutely. ASM, what did you make of him when he came on the day?
I thought he did all right. I think there's a chance where he could have had the shot. I mean, we've gotten frustrated where he's just been selfish, but I think he tried to make a pass which for someone to shoot. But if he had a shot, he probably would have scored there. But he did all right.
Absolutely, yes. Well, Crystal Palace next Saturday. Can we go down and win there?
Absolutely. I mean, the last couple of home games have been hammered 3-0 off Fulham. I mean, it all went down to 9 men. 4-0 off Spurs. They lost Southampton in the FA Cup. Yeah, hopefully we should be able to get 3 points. It might not be an easy game. Might be better than those two games. But we'll see. I know they've obviously got Man United to come on Wednesday before the play-offs.
Absolutely. Well then. Brilliant, Nico. Archer, Newcastle United 1, Fulham 0. That could have went to 0-0. But he's back. Our record signing pops up with the winning goal.
Yeah, like you said, it could have went either way. But Isak scored at the very last minute. But Mitrovic had a chance, didn't he? That was like, I really thought Fulham. I thought it was 1-0 up at Fulham, but apparently apparently something happened that he fell on the ground.
He took 2 touches, which you cannot do in a penalty shootout.
No, but at least it's gone our favour, and Isak, good assist by Wilson, and Isak just popped it in.
Just shows as well that partnership may just happen at some point.
Yeah, Wilson and Isak, I reckon that could be a good partnership.
Could well be if Bruno possibly misses next game. Do you think he could be missing the next game, or do you think Eddie Howe has took him off just for precautionary? Because he looked to me like he was starting to struggle in that first half when he went down the first time.
Yeah, like I reckon Bruno might have to possibly sit out the next game because just in case if he's like done something to his ankle, whatever he's done. But like where I was sitting, like he was struggling really bad.
It definitely was. I thought ASM did all right when he come on. Joe Linton, well, I think it just shows why he was needed today. Man of the match again for me, just everywhere. Put thing to side at the moment. Joe Linton is too important to be taken out of this team at the moment.
Yeah, Joe Linton is a bit too important. Like obviously with what's going on and all that, I'll just put that aside. He just needs to focus on the pitch and do his job, and just do what he needs to do on the pitch.
Absolutely, yes. What did you make of Maxi when he come on?
Maxi did really well. Second half, he done his bit. He played really well.
So we've got to talk about the Isak goal. It was great assist by Wilson, and he couldn't miss from there. Isak, we just got to keep him fit now. That's the main thing.
Yeah, we just need to keep Isak fit now. Like he's back. Like I'm just glad that he's finally recovered from his injury. Now he's back with the lads and back in training, and obviously he seems a lot fitter, and he seems he's up for the challenge.
Absolutely. Crystal Palace next Saturday, 5:30 kick-off. Could we go down and win there?
Yeah, why not? Palace have been a boogie side, like, but I don't say why not. I reckon we can go down to Palace and whop them.
Why not? Well, guess what? Time for you know what?
Away the lads! That's how you get in.
Boring old fop! Chowty, Newcastle United 1, Fulham 0. That could have been 0-0, but our record signing is back and pops up with the winner.
His third goal for the Toon, and it was a very crucial goal that we needed at the end there, just for the 3 points, just to keep in that hunt for the European spots. Good for the league at the minute. Dare to dream, but realistically, it just keeps we in touch with the likes of Manchester United, who are trying to sort of overtake and get ahead of her. Obviously, Manchester City, losing games at the minute, it's sort of helping our cause. It wasn't the best game today, but they say in this league, by hook or by crook, if you want to get the top spots at the end of the season, at times you've just got to grind out the result, and that's what we've done today. We've just left it late, and we've given Fulham absolutely no chance at the end.
Well, that's it. Absolutely, we have, definitely. Bruno had to come off. That might not be good, or do you think it's just precautionary from Eddie Howe? Because he looked like he was really struggling in that first half when he went down before that.
It's difficult to say, because when I was watching him, he did look very comfortable on the ball. He was just feeling very just uneasy, just wasn't really going his way this afternoon. It was probably better that he actually left a lot earlier than he did. I don't think Eddie could have risked putting him on in that second half, because as I said, it could have got a lot worse. It's a shame for Bruno, because I was here and he was going off in tears, and the lad's passionate. He loves the club. The fans have welcomed him with open arms, and we've got a chant for him, and he's been a real key player for us this season. What a signing he's been. We'll have to wait on the news from Eddie Howe. I hope it's not too long, but from what I can imagine, he'll be out for at least a game or two. But then again, it could be a good thing that he gets fit for at least the Southampton game in the Carabao Cup semi-final, because that's big for us.
Certainly is. Well, we did see Joe Linton come in from the start. I think Eddie Howe just said he's too important to be taken out the team. Man of the match again, just everywhere out on that pitch again.
Joe Linton was fantastic today. He is a main starter in the side. I think the best course of action would have been to start him today and just deal with the outside noise behind the scenes. They'll deal with that internally. It's best just to do the right thing, which is to fine him. He has his court case, I believe, on the 26th of this month, and kind of just go from there, because Joe Linton will know how crucial he's been since Eddie Howe's been here. In the 4-3-3 that we play, and you say Joe Linton, he's an impact player, and he does a lot for the team. And as I said, he's really improved what we do. He's got that good link up there with the likes of Bruno and Willock and Wilson, and he's just a key figure to what we're trying to do. And I thought he was fantastic today. Was he my man of the match? Well,
Yes, for me he was.
Yeah, for me, I'll probably look at the defence today, because I felt like Fulham did have some chances, and we really had to put our bodies on the line. I thought Sven Botman was probably my man of the match.
Definitely did very well. The Fulham penalty, wow. We were all thinking that was a goal until apparently Mitrovic took 2 touches.
Well, from where I sit in the Gallagher, it's difficult to see actually what happened at first, because there was a couple of challenges, penalty calls. Fulham were obviously they were calling the referee. The referee played on, and then we got a corner, and then the referee was hounded by the Fulham players, and that was a penalty. Obviously Mike Dean was in VAR. There's no surprise there. That's hit's got to get checked. The referee's gone over to the monitor, had a check, and it's a penalty, isn't it? Obviously,
I think it was.
Fulham have got a chance there to it would have been our first home defeat of the season if you take that late goal away. But obviously there was 2 touches from Mitrovic. He slipped, and by the letter of the law, it's actually it's a foul, it's a goal kick to Newcastle. And I think that gave us the wake-up call that we needed, because again the game today was flat, and there's no questions about that. But as I said, we found a way at the end.
We did. I mean, we've got to go back to that goal. Good assist from Wilson for Isak to get the winner. That partnership could happen very, very soon. You just never know.
It could be, but I don't think Eddie Howe's going to do it so fast. I think.
yet.
No, I think when Isak come on, he's got that pace, he's got that burst of energy that we need towards the end of a game. You know, when your opposition's tiring out, Fulham did, they were lacking them ideas. I think they were just happy with a point in the end. A lot of time wasting by them today, I should say. We've been done for that in previous games. But in terms of the goal, yeah, fantastic by Wilson, just to hang the ball up in. Isak has a couple of yards out, it's an empty net, he just heads it in, and it's fantastic, and you could see how much it meant when he was putting his hands up in the air like that. Brilliant. Scenes in the Gallagher.
Absolutely. Palace next Saturday, we go down there and get a win there. We'll want revenge after we were choked off a goal that rightfully should have counted back in September.
Can I just say before that, I think it's fantastic as well that we kept the clean sheet today. Another one, Nick Pope, nothing to do as much, but just well for the confidence. So big up to the defence, big up to the midfield, it's just big up to the attack as well. I think it was a good all-round team performance in that second half, especially towards the end. Crystal Palace, it's a bit of a bogey team, as Arthur mentioned. I think it's a team that we are very capable of beating, but Crystal Palace, as I've seen this afternoon, they only lost 1-0 to Chelsea, who are spending millions, by the way, and we're getting done for that yet again. Yet we're spending nothing this window. So I'm not going to underestimate Palace, but we have what it takes to get something down at Selhurst Park. I'm still annoyed, actually, that we didn't win that game. It should have been a penalty.
Won that game, the goal was
it was one of them afternoons. But do you know what? We've just kept going, and you can see where we are now to where we were this time last season. But yeah, I don't see why we can't go to Palace and get something. We should definitely go there for the 3 points. Aside that, you know, they're mid-table. They've had a few indifferent results, but should never be underestimated.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.
Thank you.